I believe in Mahavatar Babaji, and to me, he's everything. And maybe he keeps me well. I mean, if I ever need anything, I just ask him and he gives it, mostly. Yeah.
I thought we will come to Babaji a little later, but I'm very happy you spoke about him.
Oh,
How did this relationship with Babaji happen?
how does it happen? Well, I think I saw this book and, oh, no, sorry, an autobiography of a yogi by Yogananda. Uh, he mentioned Babaji in, I think, chapter 13. And it said there that if you say this Babaji with reverence, everything, it means everything to you, and you get what you want. So I kind of latched onto it. And it was so beautiful. And it just happened. And whatever I wanted, it just came. So, like, made life a cakewalk.
And when was this?
Oh, maybe years ago, decades ago, I would say. Yeah.
I'm sure. I'm
Yeah.
sure he has a huge role to play. And he also has a huge role to play in us sitting together today and doing this podcast, is what I believe. Are you spiritual?
I think so, yeah. I'm not religious. I am spiritual.
How do you differentiate the two in your definition?
See, religious is you follow a religion and you go to church and you go do all the rituals, etc., which I don't do. So, but I'm spiritual. Like I said, I believe in Babaji, Mahavatar Babaji. And that's it. And like I do a lot of meditation. And that's it.
Let's go back to your childhood.
I believe in Ganesha.
Yes, everyone in
Everyone
Mumbai
believes in him. His favorite god.
Yes. You think there are gods present somewhere? You believe in their presence?
I believe in?
The presence of gods?
Yeah, I guess so.
If you remember them with all the reverence, they come to rescue.
Yeah, I suppose so.
You've experienced this in your life?
Things like, I mean, whatever I wanted to happen, happened. Yeah.
So the presence was there,
Yeah.
as you said. How was your childhood? Were you good at writing? How did we understood that, things came to you and you were too young to just, feel like you could do it, and you did it so wonderfully. But as a child, was writing a skill that you had, or investigative journalism? What was it that you would recall in your childhood was a part of your profession later on?
Like I said, I was always political minded and I loved reading. I read anything that came my way, I read. And what else?
How about your education?
Sorry?
How about your education?
My education, I went to St. Anne's School, and after school, I went to Sophia College, and I did my BA in English and French, and then I did want to do further studies because I got this job in the Onlooker. This friend of my father's, he told me there was this job going in the Onlooker. And he said, you can go and see Mr. Hamilton. He was a Swiss guy, and he started the Onlooker, which was on Swiss glazed paper. It was very plush and was all about society.
Right.
And so I said, yes, I went for the interview and I got in. and and then on, I worked there. And I said, then I met Salil Ghosh, who put me on to the Anand Bazaar group. And then, so I started with the Hindustan Standard, then Business Standard, and then Sunday Magazine with MJ Akbar, which was very popular. And the fantastic thing about Akbar was he let you write what you wanted. You know, he never said, don't write this, don't write that. So I was able to introduce people like Datta Samant, or the trade union leader, and then Sharad Joshi, the farmers leader. So, we were very progressive.
Right.
Yeah.